Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and today I found a work basket magazine from July of 1982, and I thought we would go through this one. I saw this really elaborate wedding dress on the cover, and I thought this would be a really fun one to look through. So let's take a look through this and see what we got in here. And you'll notice, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to keep cover of the mailing address on there. Not that it's probably still relevant at this point, but you know. So let's see. And here we have some, it looks like some comments from the editor. Oh, so here are some recipes. It says dried foods of forgotten heritage. So it gives you some recipes for dehydrating. There's beef jerky, cinnamon applesauce fruit leather, salad crunchies, and over here you have the dehydrator. Does anybody do that, dehydrate anymore? My husband's a big fan of dehydrating things. Okay, so there are some more recipes in here. Vegetable chips and dip. Those tomatoes actually look quite good. Carrot cake, fruit leather, tomato corn chowder. So you have the recipes here. Okay, it looks like our first pattern is going to be this striped vest. This one says it's red, white, and blue vest. And this is a knitted pattern, because it does call for 1 pair each, numbers 5 and 6 knitting needles. And a number 5 circular needle and a size 0 crochet hook. So there's a bit to it, but this is the entirety of the pattern. So it doesn't look terribly in depth. Some more recipes here. We have an apple ambrosia salad, cucumber dressing, tuna salad supreme. Oh boy, bananas and mayonnaise. I don't know about that. 1 can of tuna, celery, pineapple, mayonnaise, banana, and lettuce. Who's going to try that? I'm curious. Let me know if you try that. Cherry salad supreme. Okay, so this is Women Who Make Sense. And if you're familiar with work basket magazines, you'll know that a lot of times they'll put in these little tips and crafts that people make and sell at their craft fairs. This obviously was in 1982, but I know that a lot of people still do the crafts or the craft fairs. So you might find something in here that you find useful, something that might set you apart from the booth next to you. So they do have some questions and answers for gardening. And again, we're coming up on spring, so I know a lot of people are going to be getting their gardens ready. Here's some more tips. Houseplants relax and wood shavings. I haven't heard that. This is a pretty little, now I don't have the pattern for this. This is an ad, but crocheted orchids. That's very pretty. Beautiful new original book of crocheted flowers in color. Lady Alice's Crocheted Bouquet. I'm going to look that up and see if I can find it. If I can, I will link it. And here is some of the patterns that they do sell. They don't put them in the magazines, but they do have the patterns here. Sew and Save Applique Pillow. It's a cute little bird there. It has all the little pieces that you would need. Quilting. Do I have any quilters out there? Quilting is not something that I've dove into. I would like to. It just feels a little overwhelming for me. I know there's math is not my strong suit. I know there's a lot of measuring that goes into that. But I come across a lot of quilting magazines and quilting books, and it feels like something I would like to get involved in. So just another thing to add to my list of whips, really. But I'd like to know if anybody out there is a quilter. I'd be interested to know what kind of quilts you make. Okay, we have a pattern here for a strawberry pot holder. That's cute. Strawberry patch. It does continue on 46, so I'll try to remember to point that out when we get there. We do have some tatting, a tatted table mat. So if you do enjoy tatting, this looks like, it looks, I think, more complicated than it probably is, because you're just going to join all of these together, but that's cute. Here is a festive flower ball. So that's just a little craft corner. It looks like probably just going to make that to hang. That's lovely. We have some little knit baby shoes over here, little Mary Janes. Those are adorable. Pine cone crafting. I like this calico cat and her kittens. That's so cute. I love a good calico print, and that's an adorable way to use it. And they have a little calico chicken bun warmer over here. I wish these patterns were in here because these are fun. Here's a crochet shawl. That's a nice big one. So that looks to be the entirety of that pattern. Here's a little blurb here on TLC for umbrellas. With April showers behind us and summer sunshine ahead, take a moment to restore umbrellas to like new condition. Most vinyl or fabric umbrellas dry without spotting after use. Cut down wrinkling and streaking by allowing umbrellas to dry while still open. Periodically clean the umbrella thoroughly by sponging with a detergent suds solution. Rinse and keep umbrella open until it is dry. Don't forget to clean the ribs and handle. Oh, that's good. Good to know. I never think about umbrella upkeep. Cardigan and shell. This is shown in color coming up, so we'll be able to take a good look at it. But it sounds really cute, so I'm excited to see it. Oh, that is nice. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. So that's a knit piece. But I love that eyelet knit lace in there on the shell. And this like a boucle yarn. It has like a lot of texture. That's really nice. Classifieds. Okay, and here's the remainder of the strawberry pot holder. And it looks like the cardigan shell had a little bit left here. So just this little bit for the cardigan. Okay, and that is the end of this issue of the Work Basket from July of 1982. But you know what? That one was really short. So I thought maybe I would throw in a couple of other little extras. So let's take a look at, let's see here. Okay, so since that one was so short, let's take a look at this pattern book I found. I actually pulled this one out recently because there's a pattern in here that I would really like to make. I've never actually followed an Afghan pattern. I've done a few scrap Afghans, but it's on my bucket list. I really want to make a nice Afghan pattern. So I pulled this out. The pattern that I want to make is actually the last one in the back. So I'll save that one for last. It's so pretty. I think you guys will really like it. But on the front, you can see these are all Red Heart yarns. You can see this really pretty plaid Afghan. So that's on there. The Ramsey Clan Crochet Tartan Afghan. So you have the pattern here. Afghan patterns aren't going to be terribly long because you're just getting the repeats down. And then you're just going to make it as long and as wide as you need it. Over here is a nice Aran knit Afghan. And that's really lovely. It has like these cablings and this popcorn texture, but it has this like geometric kind of zigzag. So it gives it a little bit of a modern twist on a classic, the Aran knit. That's a nice Afghan. Okay, so here, this one's a little bit longer, most likely just because it's giving you have all the different strips that you're going to piece together at the end. But at the end, it does just tell you to block each strip. Okay, here is a butterfly Afghan, and that's pretty. It's in sunny yellow, springy orange. You have little flowers, pretty little butterflies there. This would look lovely in a little girl's room. Anybody who loves butterflies, pinks and purples and blues, all the colors, it would look great. I wonder if this says what year this was from, because that looks very 70s, 80s to me. Oh, no, I'm wrong. This is 1967 right down here. So these are from 1967. So here you have the graph for the butterfly, and it looks like this may actually just be an Afghan or Tunisian stitch with maybe cross stitch for the butterflies. And then maybe like a little motif for the flowers. Oh, they have another tartan Afghan. This one is the McLeod Clan Tartan Knit Afghan. And isn't that lovely? That is something that would get you a lot of wows when somebody hears that you made that. And that's beautiful. That's knit. So that is going to be knit, not crochet. And I love that fringe, how it just extends from the plaid colors. That's really pretty. You have a graph here to help get you going with that plaid. So the next one is called the Sioux Indian Crochet Afghan. Okay, and I'm going to guess it's this one with all these nice colors there. That's a fun way to use a lot of color. And you could change that up, obviously, but that's a fun way to use some bright colors. I like this little pine cone Afghan. That's pretty. The pineapple plantation knit Afghan. So you have the graph up there for that. This is the remainder of that Sioux Indian Afghan with the graph here as well. Oh, wow, that's a lot of color. Granny's favorite crochet Afghan. So these are going to be granny squares worked up, stitched together. This isn't going to take you long to put together at all. You're going to make, well, I mean, it's going to take you long to make all the squares, but you're going to sit there, work on squares while you watch your favorite show, and then you're just going to embroider them all together. Stitch them all together, sorry. Okay, so here we are to the one that I'd like to make. This is the Blue Willow Afghan. So if you're familiar with the Blue Willow pattern, you may also be a fan of this as well. So there is a full color photo on the back, and I will show that to you in a moment. But you have the pattern here. This is an Afghan or Tunisian stitch, and I believe that this is cross-stitched on. You can see there's a graph here, but there's several graphs for this one. Let's see if we'll get to that. Here's more of the graph work here. Jumping ahead. And this is the Blue Willow Afghan. And I just think it's so lovely. I'm just so excited to delve into this one. I just need to get the colors. You would think in my yarn stash I would have these simple color choices, but I don't have enough of any of that. So I do have to go get them. But when I do, I'm going to start working on this. I know I am. This is the Afghan I want to make. Let me know what you guys think about this one, because I think it's lovely. Okay, so we do have a chevron lace knit Afghan, and that's really pretty. Delicate. I bet that drapes really nicely. That's just a really nice, it's got some like pineapples in the middle there. The chevron striping. That's lovely. We looked at these. These are the graphs for the Blue Willow. Now this one looks like, yeah, I was going to say they look like water lily, like lily pads. So you have the water lily crochet Afghan, and I love the background. That is a neat texture, 3D style, granny square Afghan. And that's the end of that there. And the end of our book. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. Put them right here for you. Let me know what you think of these. If you enjoyed them, let me know below. If you plan on making any of these, I'd love to know what you're going to make. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd love to get to know more of you guys and what you're looking to see. So if you have any ideas or things that you're looking for, put that in the comments below too, and I will try to find some more pattern books that you guys would enjoy. But until the next one, you guys have a good day, and I will see you then. Bye.